Hello everyone. Today we are going to solve the third problem of TLE Eliminator's CP31 sheet, which is known as cover in water. So let's get into the problem. Okay, so the problem name is cover in water. So I have this problem in my whiteboard. Let's see it there. So cover in water. So let's start by understanding the question. Philip has row of cells, some of which are blocked and some are empty. He wants all empty cells to have water in them. He has some action at his disposal. Okay, so Philip has some row of cells. This is suppose row, and this is suppose his cells are there. Okay, so some of the two actions he can perform, right? So the first action is place water in an empty cell. Second option is remove water from an from cell and place it in other empty cell. Okay, so he can put water in some cell and he can move it anywhere. Okay, so these are the two operations. If some movement cell I 2 to n minus 1 is empty, both cell I minus 1 and I plus 1 contains the water, then it becomes filled with water. So this statement states that if this is suppose ith what we can say ith cell. Okay, if I minus 1 and I plus 1 contains the water, then I gets automatically filled. Okay, so this is, I think, an important sentence. Find the minimum number of times he needs to perform action 1 in order to fill all the empty cells with water. Note that you don't need to minimize the use of action 2. Note that block cells neither contains water nor can place water in them. Okay. So each test case contains multiple test cases. First line contains the number of test cases, that is T. The description of test cases follows. The first line of each test case contains the single integer n, that is the number of cells, and the next line contains the string s of length n. Ith character of s is dot, and if the I is empty, I mean if there is a dot, then it's empty, empty. And if it's hash, then it's blocked. Okay. For each test case, output a single number, the minimum amount of action 1 needed to fill all empty cells with water. Okay. So there are three important things in this question. Okay. So if I have this row of cells, if I have water in this, if I have water in this will get automatically filled. And I can move water at any place to some another place. That is the second operation. And the first operation is to put water in any hole, any portal, suppose. Okay, so let's start by understanding the test cases. So let's take first test case, that is dot, dot, dot. As we have seen that dot means empty cell and hash means blocked cell. Okay, so here if we place water in it and here this will get automatically filled. So the minimum requirement will be 2. So now next test case 7 hashtag, that is block cell, 4 empty cells and block cell. Now try to guess. I mean its output has been given as 2. So try to guess how it will be 2. Pause the video, think about it. Okay. So according to my intuition, As per the given information, I will put water in this and in this hole. Then they will create water in this cell. Okay. After they create the water in this cell, I will move this water to this, okay, cell. So they will become this. This will remain. Now this will be the modified cell. Now again, this will create again new. This will fill this cell again with water. So according to this intuition, you would have understood that if we can have three consecutive empty cells, we can fill the water in all the empty cells. Suppose let's take test case for with any random test case. Suppose this is hashtag dot hashtag dot hashtag dot hashtag and dot. I mean, this is the empty cell, 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 and these four are blocked. So I can uh, fill water in this hole and this hole, then they will create the water in this. So after the water is created in this, I will move it here. Then this will become empty again. As per the condition, they will again create the water in this hole. Then I will again move it here. Again this will become empty. Then we will pour the water in this two only, and then again the water will be created, and it will I will fill with this. And again it will become empty. Then both of this will again create the water in this cell, and I will move it here. So in this way, we can come to the conclusion that if we have three consecutive empty cell, then we only need to fill two cells, and all other cells can be filled with second operation and condition. That what condition? That condition is that this condition that if both cells I minus 1 and I plus 1 contains the water, then it will fill the ith cell. So as we have got the intuition, let's move to the coding part of the problem. Let's pass the problem. Okay, so as usual, simple boilerplate is there. Okay, so let's take the input first, the number of test cases. Let's take each test case individually now. First input is the size of string, and after that the second input is string itself. So according to the intuition as we discussed, if we can find three consecutive empty cells in the string, then the answer will be 2. That we only need to fill two cells only, and all the empty cells can be filled. So let's put a flag for it to false. So let's find the two that two condition, that condition that we want to find three consecutive empty cells if I I mean s of I equals to dot and s of I plus 1 equals to dot and s of I plus 2 equals dot, then they will make my flag equals to true, and I will break this loop. Okay, so if flag equals to true, I am writing a simplest code so that you can understand it. Then I will write 2 as my answer. If if suppose there is no flag equals to 2, I means there are no three consecutive empty cells, then we don't have any option to fill them with only two. Then we have to individually fill every empty cell. So we will just count all the empty cells and we will fill them. I mean, let's explain this condition once again. Suppose there are this is the condition. Suppose these are the two of five empty cells are there and two block cells are there. I can fill water in this, but I cannot create the extra water, right? And I cannot move it to the another cells. So I have to fill every empty cell if I don't have three consecutive empty cells. Okay. So we will just count the number of empty cells and we will print it. Okay, so let's try my code on this test cases. These are the test cases. This is the output. Let's run. Okay, so it's passed. So the expected output and my code's output is same. So let's try to submit it. Okay, so okay, it's submitted. Thank you everyone. If you have any doubts, you can comment down. I'll try to answer them. Thank you.